I'll be honest, I'm really not much of a hybrid guy. It takes too many natural resources to actually create a hybrid car. So this isn't a review on how you can and will save the world by driving the Ford Fusion Hybrid. No. Instead, we're going to focus on this review being about saving you money. Hopefully at the pump. But regardless of all that for right now, just look at this thing. The Fusion Hybrid is breathtaking, isn't it? God, it oozes sexuality and just this gorgeous nature. It's not feminine, it's not masculine, it just is. It's pretty remarkable in this day and age. So for about 33 grand, with this trim you're getting navigation, you're getting sync, Bluetooth, Bluetooth audio, you're getting active lane assist and keep, so it'll actually keep you in your lane if you start to mosey on out of it. It has preventative systems. It has a big red bar that literally lights up if you're about to hit somebody in front of you. It has adaptive cruise control. It has the parallel parking system that does it all for you. And if you'd like to see the video, we have that on our YouTube page as well. It has an abundant amount of technology that most cars, $60,000 and $70,000 and $80,000, don't even dream of having. And that's what's amazing of what Ford have done for the Fusion Hybrid and the Fusion as a whole. This is one hell of a good looking, it really is that attractive. I mean, seriously, look at this car and tell me that it doesn't look amazing. Yeah, exactly, you can't. Look at this car and tell me that it doesn't look exotic in all of its beauty and blessings with its design and creases and lines and, it's very sexy. And this is a $30,000 mid-size sedan. That's impressive. That's very impressive. So I again, tipping my hat to Ford just like I have done in the past. The Fusion Hybrid is a wonderful car. Really, really is. I'm averaging, with me driving, I've averaged about 40 to 42 miles to the gallon. Over the lifetime of the car, it's averaged about 38 and a half. Now, some of you would say, oh, I can go get a Toyota Prius, I can go get this or that, that's going to be better on gas. Look, I'm sure you could get a couple other cars that are better on gas than this. I mean, I've seen 40 and 42 miles to the gallon as a whole combined between city and highway. And honestly, I think that is immensely impressive. Is it as much as Ford's 47 city highway? No. But it's still a lot of gas mileage. I mean, you're still getting a very good and fuel efficient car. And right now the brakes, I'm doing regenerative braking because I just stopped for a school bus, which I hate. If I were the president of the United States, I would get rid of all school buses around the country. I hate them. Anyway, but moving on again, the car accelerates briskly. It's not quick. I mean, you're looking at 9 or so seconds to 60, but it gets off the line briskly. The transmission, the CVT, is actually flawless in its operation. I've never actually driven a CVT that was actually this good. So I got to give Ford credit on tuning that. But sadly, the motor sounds terrible. That 4-cylinder just sounds like it's just like a terrible lawnmower. But there's a lot of thrust between it and the hybrid motor together. I mean, it'll get up and go, especially at highway speeds. It doesn't ask a lot of questions, it just moves. The brakes are good, albeit a little spongy and a little sensitive at low speeds. I mean, we're talking creeping speeds. You touch the brakes, you're going through the windshield, basically. The car is incredibly safe. The car is incredibly comfortable. It's, again, very beautiful. The technology in here has been wonderful for me. I think the Fusion name as a whole has really pushed forward the idea that Ford is a really great company for the future, that they're really looking at proper design and good luxury and amenities for, around the $30,000 to $35,000 range at a fully loaded price. And that's impressive to me, because I think that this Fusion it's quite good. It really is. It's interesting to drive a hybrid that really is not a compromise. The cargo space in this, when you open up the trunk, is rather marvelous, because Ford have done something very good. Instead of the typical wall that you see with a hybrid battery pack that closes off half of the trunk, Ford instead have made it as a little shelf. I mean, you've got about a 4-inch shelf that is just a little step up, but you've still got plenty of space in the trunk. Still got plenty of area to put stuff, and you can put the back seats down. And just not many hybrids are like that. I think that is very impressive that they've gone after that normal everyday car with incredible gas mileage. So even if you're not seeing 47 city and 47 highway, I've seen 40 and 42 miles to the gallon. That's still great. That's still impressive. So until they bring over a diesel Fusion, the hybrid's not really a bad proposition. Even for a car that I drive all day, every day, and I've been driving it in sporting behaviors, luxurious behaviors, and in every single fashion, it's actually entertaining. It's fun. It's not just blah in my hands. I put my hands on the steering wheel, and I like this wheel. I like the way it feels. I've got good feedback from the road, and you wouldn't expect that from a hybrid. I mean, you wouldn't really expect that from a mid-size, sedan, much less a hybrid. So the fact that it has this more sporting behavior from behind the wheel, I mean, I could throw it into a corner. Sure, I'm going to get some understeer. I'm going to get a little feeling of a little less confidence from these tires. But the car as a whole, the chassis and the suspension is quite good. I mean, you've got a very confident nature with the Fusion hybrid. Now, you won't exactly be driving this like you would a Mustang, but you'll definitely be looking down and going, oh, whoa, going a little quick here. I mean, you can actually move through the corners. I mean, I'm moving at a relatively fast pace right now through these just medium sweepers here. You could push the car in, get a little tiny bit of understeer, a little bit of the chassis saying, but it handles it. It does it well. And it's not unsafe. Let's put it that way. So it's not something that is going to be so daunting on the car. The car's just not going to just throw you out of a corner because it doesn't want to be there. It'll entertain it. What's interesting to me about the Fusion is that even though it's the rung below the Taurus, it's actually about the same size inside and out. It's similar size. You have similar, if not the same, maybe even more space in here than you do in the Taurus. My grandfather's 2012 Taurus seems a little tight by comparison to this. I'll say that. And I don't know. I mean, is it phasing out the Taurus? Is the Taurus going to become a bigger car? Well, we'll see how that happens. Now, talking about the cubby holes in this car, the fact that this car feels a little bit larger inside than the Taurus is something interesting, where the door panel here, you have this large pocket in the door panel. I work out every day. I do CrossFit every day, 5 days a week. And my Nalgene water bottle, I have a gigantic, big Nalgene water bottle that it's hard to fit anywhere. So I have to put it in the passenger seat. Then I have to, if I want to drink, I've got to pick it up and undo the top. And there's no cup holder that fits it, understandably. It's a very large thing. But there's this in the door panels of the driver and front passenger here. You've got a very large cubby hole that actually fits a 11.5-inch bottle. I found a 11.5-inch Coke bottle that was, it's huge. nearly a foot tall. And I put it in there, and it fit. And not only did it fit, I still put my bottle of water in the cup holder in the door, and that fit fine too. So you can fit a lot of stuff in this door panel, which is awesome. I mean, talk about really maximizing space. And then you've got this area just underneath of the navigation system and everything, of the screen, and you get this large area with that holds, I don't know, I think a small child. I think you can hold a car seat, for God's sake. It's rather impressive. Again, I gotta give Ford a lot of credit for this. They've thought of everything. And the center console has a good amount of room in it. That's nice. You got a lot of everyday driving features in this car. You got a great clean layout over here, and it's luxurious. It looks nice. It looks classy. I definitely appreciate what Ford have done, and I've got to give it up to them. I mean, the motor and the battery actually switch very flawlessly. I mean, you don't notice a lot of change. You don't hear much. You don't feel much of a difference even. If you're really paying attention, you'll hear it or you'll feel it go back and forth between the two. But honestly, driving around, most of the time you would have no idea which one you're actually running on. I've yet to find anything that I didn't really like about the Fusion. I really find it impressive. I like this a lot. I could own one. I could own a hybrid. Did I just say I could own a hybrid? Oh my God. I guess soon they're going to take me out back and shoot me. I can't believe I'm saying that. I could actually own a hybrid car. Oh, the world's ending tomorrow. What the hell is happening? Hybrids are actually becoming good. Damn you, Ford. You made a hybrid that even I accept as a good car. I'm sitting here going, hey, this is pretty nice. It's a hybrid. Oh, damn it. It is a hybrid, isn't it?